Hey YouTube, channel MST here, bringing you the 4th place deck of YCS Chicago that took place last weekend. This deck was piloted by Simon Yip, and it is Dragon Twilight, or Chaos Dragons. So first I'm going to go over the deck list, and then move on to the deck discussion. So to start off with, we have 1 Blacklisted Soldier, 2 Card Trooper, 2 Chaos Sorcerer, 1 Dad, 2 Dark Flare, 2 Eclipse Wyvern, 2 Veiler, 1 Gores, 3 Light Pulsar Dragons, 3 Lila, 2 REDMD, 3 Raikou, 1 Sengan, 3 Tour Guide, and 1 Trag. Moving on to the spells, we got 1 Book, 1 Charge, 1 Dark Hole, 2 Lance, 1 Future Fusion, 1 Heavy, 1 Reborn, and 3 Solar Recharge. Moving on to the side deck, we have 3 DD Crow, 1 Veiler, 2 Reaper, 2 Victoria, the 3rd Lance, 3 MST, 2 Depriz, and 1 Mirror Force. Moving on to the extra deck, we have 1 Chimera Tech, 1 5-Headed Dragon, 1 Catastor, 1 Omrion, 1 Rose, 1 Scrap, 1 Adrius, 1 Exabeetle, 1 Leviair, 1 Leviathan, 1 Giga Brilliant, 1 Acid Golem, 1 Utopia, 1 Utopia Ray, and 1 Zen Mains. Moving on to the deck discussion, we have for the extra deck a lot of rank 3s basically for the tour guides and troopers. Some rank 4s for like the Lilas and so forth, and the Wyverns. And then rank 5 and 6 for Chaos Sorcerer, Dark Flare Dragon, and Light Pulsar Dragon. And then we have some Synchros for monsters combined with Veiler. I'm kind of surprised I didn't want Argonite Magician, but I guess Black Rose was enough to get him to top 4. And then 1 5-Headed Dragon for the Future Fusion. Moving on to the side deck, we have 1 Mirror, 2 Depriz for monster removal, 3 MST and 1 Lance for things like Skill Drain, Macrocosmos, and so forth, 2 Victoria for the Mirror Match, 2 Reaper for stall and hand destruction, and a 3rd Veiler and 3 DD Crow for extra hand traps. Good for windups and very good for inzektor matchups. Moving on to the main deck, we have 3 Recharge and 1 Charge for digging through our deck and milling our deck. And then we have the staples, 1 Heavy, 1 Dark Hole, 1 Book, and 1 Reborn. And then we have 2 Lance for things like Depriz, BTH, Fiendish Chain, and so forth. And then we have 1 Future Fusion, broken in the deck. I mean, basically the gateway for dragons. Moving on to the monsters, we have 1 Trag and 1 Gores, and then 2 Veilers for the hand traps. Veiler's gotten a little bit better with the removal of the exception and priority. And then 1 Gores and 1 Trag to just add on for when they want to attack directly. We can have 2 monsters to drop. Basically, giving us a little bit more consistency to have one of them in our hand. And then there are 2 Darks and 2 Lights, so it adds on to the Dark and Light count. Moving on to the Tour Guide engine. Very good in the deck to combo with like Leviair to get back our remove from play light and dark monsters. And then 1's not going to go with that. And then we have 2 Card Troopers and 3 Lila and 3 Raikou for milling and good spot removal. And then we have 2 Eclipse Wyverns to pull out our dragons. And then we have 1 BLS, 2 Chaos Sorcerer, 1 Dark Arm, and 2 Dark Flare for some of the Chaos monsters. And then for the center focus of the deck, we have 3 Light Pulsar Dragons and 2 Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragons. And the overall deck, very good number 40. He keeps it, 2 Chaos Sorcerer, 2 Dark Flare. I like the build a lot, very consistent. I think it's a lot better than the previous build that we saw at YCS Dallas, because that deck kind of had JD and more Lightsworn stuff, and I don't think that's actually a good strategy, because then you have kind of some useless cards like Aaron and Arcus and whatever else he had in his deck. I like this one a lot because he only focuses on what's needed, which is, 3 Raikou, very good in the deck, 3 Lila, very good in the deck, and that's pretty much all you need. I mean, you just want to have those just to destroy stuff, and then you drop your big monsters to go for more stuff. And then he has the recharge and the charge to be able to mill those and, basically make the most of it. And, having to add on extra Lightsworns to just be able to play JD, it's not really worth it. The deck here, this is a very good build. It's got Milling Chaos, and it has the center focus of Light Pulsar Dragon and Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon, which is how the deck should be run, and obviously it did very well because it got top 4 at YCS Chicago. And that'll do it for the deck profile. Channel MST signing off.